Witajcie kochani, w ten czwartkowy poranek, mam nadzieję, że choć trochę miły. Zgodnie z naszą zapowiedzią, skoro jest godzina 10, zabieramy Was w kolejną wirtualną podróż. Tym razem wylądujemy w Kambodży. Tradycyjnie te osoby, które już się do nas podłączyły, bardzo proszę, aby dały nam znać, że widzicie nas, że wszystko słychać, co ja mówię, dlatego że nasz gość jest jeszcze trochę wyciszony, że tak powiem, ale dajcie znać technicznie, że jest ok, ponieważ mieliśmy ostatnio problem z zaplanowaniem tej transmisji, dlatego bardzo Was proszę o komentarze, że jest wszystko ok i że nas widzicie, słyszycie. Dajcie proszę znać. Poczekamy chwilę na Wasze komentarze, że jest ok, bo widzę, że parę osób się już podłączyło, także będę wdzięczna za krótki komentarz. Jest ok, możecie zaczynać, widzimy, słyszymy, dajcie proszę znać. Te osoby, które się podłączyły, dajcie proszę znać w komentarzu, że jest ok. Chwilę poczekamy na Wasze komentarze, bo one zawsze trochę z opóźnieniem do nas spływają, ale chcemy mieć pewność, że jest ok. Także krótki komentarz, że jest w porządku technicznie i będziemy zaczynać naszą wirtualną podróż do Kambodży. Na pewno będziecie zachwyceni widokami i opowieściami, to możemy Wam zagwarantować już teraz. Jeszcze nie mamy żadnych od Was komentarzy, także proszę napiszcie, że jest technicznie ok, bo widzę, że troszeczkę osób już się podłączyło. Ktokolwiek niech napisze, że jest w porządku i będziemy mogli zacząć. No nadal nic nie widzimy. Jesteście? Widzę, że jesteście, ale dajcie proszę znać w komentarzu, że jest technicznie ok i wszystko w porządku. Nie wiem, czy coś się dzieje z tymi komentarzami po naszej stronie, w sensie technicznym, czy po prostu nas nie widać. Także jeszcze chwilę poczekamy. Bardzo Was proszę o jakiś komentarz, że jest ok. Widzę, że chyba piszecie, ja to widzę tutaj na Facebooku, natomiast w systemie, w którym robimy te transmisje, nie ma tych komentarzy i też nie wiem do końca dlaczego, ale widzę, że jesteśmy. Ok, także być może będzie tak, że nie będziemy widzieć Waszych komentarzy, no mam nadzieję, że to gdzieś tam się poprawi, natomiast widzę, że jesteśmy, także możemy zaczynać. Zgodnie z wcześniejszą zapowiedzią, w dniu dzisiejszym zapraszamy Was na kolejną wirtualną podróż, będzie to podróż do Kambodży. A co to są te wirtualne podróże? No w związku z tym, że teraz wiele krajów jeszcze na świecie jest zamkniętych, nie możemy tak swobodnie podróżować jak jeszcze ileś miesięcy temu, czy w zeszłym roku było to możliwe. Wpadliśmy na pomysł przygotowania dla Was wirtualnych podróży, w trakcie których goście, których zapraszamy do tych live'ów, pokazują Wam dane miejsce i jednocześnie trochę o nim opowiadają. Mamy nadzieję, że to będzie taka trochę namiastka dla Was podróżowania, które teraz jest utrudnione, ale równocześnie, kiedy już będziemy bardziej swobodni w wyborze destynacji, do których chcemy pojechać, będzie Wam łatwiej też wybrać taki kierunek, bo już co nieco dowiecie się po prostu o nim. Ja się nazywam Elwira Urbańczyk i reprezentuję firmę Make Break, w której przygotowujemy wyjazdy szyte na miarę, zarówno dla klientów indywidualnych, jak i klientów biznesowych. Zajmujemy się także robieniem konferencji, eventów, także w formule online. Ok, myślę, że wstęp mamy za sobą, teraz chciałabym Wam serdecznie przedstawić jednego z naszych dzisiejszych gości, bo to nie będzie jedna osoba. Jest nią Jacques. Hello Jacques, how are you?
Hello, Elvira. Very good. And you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Please introduce yourself and say something about you.
Okay. So, my name is Jack. I am a French, and I've been living in Cambodia now for 25 years. So, I arrived just after the peace agreement in 95, where the peace agreement was signed in 91. And I've been always in tourism. And today I'm very proud to present you part of the city of the capital of Phnom Penh, and we will start by the Royal Palace, which is just behind us. So I will present you Mr. Sam, which is a guide also. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Okay, so Sam will guide you most of the times during the trip. So now, Elvira, you want to say something else before I introduce?
No,
Maya?
you can. I would like to ask you what you will show us during today's meeting. You already say that we are in front of the palace, so you can continue, of course.
Okay. So we will go really in the centers of Phnom Penh. Okay. So we will go after from the Royal Palace. We go to the rivers, and Royal Highness will explain you more in details the importance of the rivers. Then after we will go on the Sisovati. Then after we will pass by the just to show you the National Museum. Then after it will be the market, one night market, the French colonial post office, and then afterwards we will pass by and probably end up at the hotel The Raffles.
I think it will be a really nice trip, and you prepare that you will show us a lot of things during this trip.
Okay.
Great. Can you say something general about Cambodia, because you live there for a long time? So can you say something general about people, about culture, and some other general things as well?
Okay. So about this part, it will be some during the trip. We will explain you more into about the cultures and the things.
Okay.
You have to see that I've been here for 25 years, and when I arrived, it was just after the peace agreement and after the times of the Khmer Rouge regime. So now there have been a huge change since 20 years, and the city is really booming. You will see some of the major buildings now, just buildings. So it's really a big change. And the population also is now very young. You will see here around so many families around the Royal Palace. Okay, so it's very young populations because most of the old people have been unfortunately disappeared during the Khmer Rouge regime. The economy of Cambodia, the first one is the agriculture part. Then after you have what we call the garment factories. And then after the third one is tourism. Okay, so it is very important with the site of Angkor Wat, who have seen last year around 5 million tourists on the destination of Cambodia. Now, of course, there is no more, but we will come back like everywhere.
Yeah, we hope the same, that we will come back, I think, next year to quite normal travel. Yeah, we have really big hope, because for Polish people, we really like to go to Asia. And as I was talking with some friends who already visit Cambodia, they say that it's really nice country. The peoples are very nice, so they really like this country to visit, to spend some time.
Yeah. You have to spend some time. And most of the comments from the travelers we came after they left, it was the smile of the Khmer, because they are known for their smile, 1,000 smiles, and they're very kind with foreigners and so on. So it's very a welcome country, and it's why I've been here for so long. And I still plan to stay for much more longer.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start the trip. Or you want to say something more?
I'm very honored that Our Royal Highness Prince Teso Sisovat accept to make some comments for about the royal family, the royal palace, and so on. So I will pass to him now the phone, and he will talk to you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Cambodia.
Hello.
Yes, so you can see behind me the royal palace, and Cambodia is a country that at the beginning we were Hinduism culture, and then now we are a Buddhist country. You can see that Phnom Penh was a very recent city. It was built, the Royal Palace was built last century during the French rule, and you can see that the Royal Palace is almost, you can see here. You have here behind me the throne hall.
Yes, we
Yes.
see.
Yes. So in front of the royal palace, there is a lot of people coming. They gather every day in the afternoon because they want to gather with the family, and they have, you can see here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see.
Yes, Cambodian people like to come in front of the royal palace to have to take fresh air and eating and enjoy the afternoon, because in the day it's very hot, so in the afternoon it's more fresh. You can see also here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say.
Yeah.
You can see the flags behind me.
Yes, we see.
Yes, you can see them. Sorry, so I'm not very good to
No
use
problem.
the phone. Sorry.
Every of us are learning these technical things. No problem.
So you can see behind me the flags. The one with the red and the blue color is the national flag.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle you have a representation of the Angkor Wat temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And here you can see the portrait of His Majesty the King Norodom Sihamoni.
Mm-hmm.
He's the current king of Cambodia. And you have here the flag. The blue one is the flag of the royal family. It's the king's flag.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we will move to the river.
Okay.
Yes. So the Cambodian is a constitutional monarchy. So the king is elected
Mm-hmm.
by Council of Throne. So we choose a prince among the Norodom and Sisovat family. There are two royal family here in Cambodia.
Okay.
Yes.
There are there's a lot of people, so they are going to the river and sitting there, or
Yes, they enjoy the afternoon because at almost 4 to 5, it's the air is more fresh. It's
okay.
more cold because on the day it's quite hot. So people like to move in front of the royal palace and move and come to the riverfront. In the case Isovat to enjoy the fresh air,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a lot of place. People like to live outside. Cambodian people like to live outside. They eat outside. They always do a lot of things outside. No, they don't
Outside.
stay at home a lot.
This is good if the
So we are going
environment is
now.
fresh. So it's good to staying outside, yeah, and take some fresh air.
Yes, absolutely, yes. And we are moving now to the Royal Pavilion, where we used to have. Tomorrow we'll start the 3 days of the water festival, and we will race boats here during 3 days in front of the Royal Palace. And there is a lot of people coming in Phnom Penh. They come all around from all province, villages, and they come to visit, to attend the boat race here. So I will show you the place where the king will sit, usually for the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So the king is sitting here, you know, this pavilion,
Mm-hmm.
and the boats will race. Sure, they will arrange no more nicely the ceremony, and there is a boat racing here for during 3 days.
Okay.
Because at that moment the river changed his comment on dit le courant, the way of the waterfall is changing. There is a change, and it's very unique moment, and I think it's only.
Oh, we don't hear you. I don't know if you hear me.
Yeah.
It was some cut in the internet connection. So can you repeat what you said before? Hello, hello. Hi. Do you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Because we had some internet cut internet connection. So can you repeat what you said before?
About the race?
About the river. About the boats of the river.
Yes. The river changes. How can I say? I'm not very good in English. The current change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Stream,
And downstream. Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have at this season the current is going to the river, to the sea. Sorry, and during the dry season the river goes to the Tonle Sap lake.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it changed the current. It's the moment now that the river changes. Comment on dit?
Yeah.
This current.
Yeah. Okay. It will be the sunset now because a lot of people are close to the river, so they are waiting for the sunset as well. Did you hear me? Coś mi się wydaje, że trochę. I was asking about the sunset because I saw that a lot of people are sitting close to the river. Do you hear me? Jacques, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Coś mi się wydaje, że trochę tracimy połączenie internetowe, jak jesteśmy blisko tej rzeki, bo tam przy pałacu było... You hear me, okay, because I was translating Polish that we lose the internet connection when we are close to the river. I don't know why. I was asking about the sunset because I saw that there are a lot of people that waiting, I don't know, for the sunset close to the river. Is there any sunset in this area?
Yeah, it is the times where usually all of this area on the Sisovaki is full of people because they just came. It's a perfect weather. And then after, as you can see, we show you here, for example. So then after there is a boat cruise on the rivers. So we organize usually for our clients.
We don't hear you now.
They're here in Phnom Penh. We are organizing a boat cruise for 1 or 2 hours. Hello?
Yeah, now it's good.
Bon, assez. Aïe, aïe, aïe. We see. Attends, t'es sauve. I say bye-bye to His Royal Highness. He's leaving us here.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so he has explained to you here. So here I will show you after on the back, you have the Mekong River you know, we are riding from China, then
Yeah.
after Laos, then after Cambodia, and then after going to Vietnam. And here it is the cross between the four. So you have the Mekong up, down, and then after on this area here.
Oh, now we don't see anything
Going
except
up in the-
we see only your hand now.
Okay, so there is the Mekong. There is the Mekong, okay, over there. And then afterwards, what I explained His Royal Highness is the change of the stream up and downstream between the season now, where now the lake goes down to the sea. And
Mhm.
during the low season, it's been filled up on the opposite ways. Okay. So that is very important here for the Phnom Penh and Cambodia.
Oh, so stay.
Okay.
So stay. Alors now, Sam is going to. Alors, Sam. Up, sorry.
Yeah. One more question to you, Jacques, because we have one question on our chat. Ivona is asking, is still Cambodia closed? I know it is, but you can say something more about that if you want.
Alors, it's closed and not closed. Okay. Because all the land borders are closed. But the airport in Phnom Penh International Airport, you have flight coming in and coming out. Means that we can go out to Europe if we want. We can go out to China if we want. The only thing, it is not open for tourists because you could not get any more tourist visa. So it's why we say it's closed, because you can only get business visa, but no tourist visa. Okay, so this is but for us, contrary to the Vietnam, for example, or to Thailand, where the expatriates living there, they have big difficulties to leave the countries and to come back. Here in Cambodia, it's not the case. We could easily leave and come back. The only thing is that when we're coming back, we have a quarantine of 14 days.
Okay.
That's the only
Okay.
things,
Now,
we have.
I was thinking that she was asking about the Cambodia, but now she wrote that she was asking about the Royal Palace. Is it closed or not now?
Plus, it's not closed.
It's
They have
not
been
closed.
all reopened in it was May, no, June.
Okay.
So for us here, we've been very lucky. You will see most of the people don't wear masks, okay? And in fact, we had only 287 cases of COVID, and 282 have been cured and no deaths. So we were one of the countries in the world which has been not affected at all. So we've been very lucky. So it means the life is really the same. The movies theaters are open, restaurants, bars, shops, everything normal. So it's not like in shut down again tonight, and everyone is not very happy. Here we've been very lucky.
Yeah, so it's better to be in Cambodia than in Europe now.
Yes, definitely.
And also because of the weather, you have a really nice weather, yeah, almost the whole year.
Okay, so to give you a little bit, there is a tradition here where you have a temple here, a special Buddha.
Buddhist Sattva, which means the god of compassion. In the Buddhism, Mahayana. So people are praying here for good luck. And also when they come, they have the birds. The birds gone for good luck and prosperity.
So we stand for Poland. Okay, we make wishes for Poland.
Yes,
the situation
please.
Getting better.
Please,
okay?
We're waiting for this bird.
So now we're going to walk to the... Sorry?
Yes, I said, please send them to us. We were waiting for them.
Yeah. So now Sam is going to talk to you about the Sisovakis and so on.
Okay.
Okay.
For those who don't know me, okay, Sam, and now we're walking along the promenade called Sisovat. That's where all the
Okay.
bar, restaurants, start. Now it's more and more reopened. So Cambodia, the most safe place in the world. You can see now. You see the crowded, and and Cambodian love parties.
Yeah, we
The
see.
calendar. Full of Can you see?
Yes, we see.
Yeah, yeah. Young population after the war. So don't be surprised when you see a family with 4 or 5 kids running around along the promenade. Everyone love parties here and smiling after bad situation. Now everything life coming back.
That's great.
Also, we have some exotic food as well. This duck eggs and with the fetus inside, the small baby. That's also the people here, local people, they love it very much. And also here, you see that? People eating, it's a snake here. You see a snake? Water
Yeah.
snake. And there's the crickets, fried crickets. There's a silkworm. And the shrimp with chili, peanuts. It's yum yum. Well, we call
Yeah.
it street food. We have maybe kind of exotic food.
Yeah. I'm happy that I am after the breakfast because I will get hungry when I see all these things you show us. Znowu chyba gubimy internet. Yeah. Do you hear me, Sam? We lost you now. The internet is done.
Long promenade, all these.
Coś czuję, że ciężko może być. Coś przy tej rzece nie za bardzo chce działać internet, bo przy pałacu było wszystko ok, jak byliśmy w mieście. Zaraz chyba spróbuję się skontaktować z nimi, że może by zmienili trasę, ponieważ tu jest troszeczkę słabo chyba z internetem. Chwilę poczekamy. Jestem bardzo ciekawa, co jeszcze chcą nam pokazać w trakcie tego spotkania, ponieważ jak widzicie, wygląda to bardzo ciekawie. Po prostu mamy na żywo wycieczkę po części Kambodży. Możemy zobaczyć, jak wygląda street food, jak ci ludzie się bawią. Z tego, co sam już mówił, oni tak naprawdę, sami Jacques, oni tak naprawdę żyją normalnie. Za specjalnie ich, można powiedzieć, nie dotknęła sytuacja z COVID-em, bo widzę, że wrócili. Hello, you come back.
Yes. So now we keep walking along the promenade because it's very long. So we just do some part of the turn left and to some of the historical places and the colonial buildings. As you know, Cambodia was called Friend Indochina. So it was a pearl of Indochina. So many beautiful colonial buildings.
Yes, I said Sam, he was Georgia, and Phnom Penh at that time, so which means on the years around the 60s, 70s, was much more developed than Singapore, just to give you an idea. Then after, of course, everything collapsed. Before we're going to leave the Sisovaki, I'm going to I hope you can see the new construction just in the front. You have to imagine that this one, 2 years ago, there was nothing. So I just show you. So it's just, I don't know, have you seen it?
Yes, we saw.
Okay. So it just gives you an idea on the economic booms of Cambodia. Cambodia has increased PIB of 7% before the COVID. so which was very hard. So now we have to be careful crossing the road. There's a lot of traffic.
And the tuk-tuk.
I will show you a place which is called the FCC, but is under renovation. It was the Foreign Correspondent Club, which means that just after the war, all the journalists were meeting there. It was mainly the only places where the foreigners were allowed to be there. So it's been on all the books and so on. But now it's under renovation.
Okay.
Now it will take us around 5 minutes to walk to the National Museum of Phnom Penh, okay, which is closed now because it's closing at 5 o'clock. And then after from there, we will take a tuk-tuk. Sam will present you also this, where there is a specific area here, which has been used for the royal family.
Okay.
Yeah. Will be soon. You see the big area that we call Meru, the field, which means the field for the royal cremation. And also beside that, we also use for exhibition and the concert as well. It's in the big area here. But we don't go inside. We just walk along the street. Okay, the street is 178. Also, many street food as well. We're going to see later.
Yeah, we see.
You see the activity here. This is called tuk-tuk. It's a real local style. Yeah, this one here or Romok Moto. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry.
O, chyba się niechcący rozłączyli. Przypuszczam, że ktoś zadzwonił do Żaka i on niechcący nacisnął włączenie. No jak widzicie, technikalia czasem sprawiają troszeczkę trudności. Mam nadzieję, że za chwilę wrócą do nas. Napiszę tylko, żeby otworzyli jeszcze raz link. Tak jak wcześniej Wam mówiłam, Kambodża, tak jak to Jacques określa, jest w zasadzie otwarta i nieotwarta, ponieważ oni mogą podróżować do Europy, mogą wrócić, natomiast po powrocie czeka ich ta kwarantanna. Mają otwarte lotnisko, także dla lotów międzynarodowych, granica lądowa jest zamknięta, natomiast my jako turyści, jeżeli chcemy przyjechać z Europy, nie możemy wjechać, ponieważ nie są wydawane wizy turystyczne, także jest otwarta, natomiast nie są wydawane wizy. Hello, one more again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you everything.
Okay, this is called tuk-tuk here in Cambodia. It's very popular for traveling around the city. And this is a royal square as well for the ceremony. Yeah, it's here. You see that?
Yes, we see.
Yeah. Because once a year also we celebrate we call a royal ploughing ceremony in June. That's the start of the beginning of the rainy season. So people show the people that the agriculture, the crops, that one of the minister representative of the king conduct the ceremony, and they predict which man is the best man and what crops to grow in this season. They have a astrologer. Yeah. So we keep walking the street, along the street, 178. Also, you see, it's more expat, you see, sitting around here. You see, everyone feels freely, okay? So another couple of minutes, we will reach to the National Museum, which means the art museum. It's a huge collection of sculptures from the temples, especially during Angkor period, from 9th to 15th century. But Cambodian art and culture have developed through Southeast Asia more than 2 millenniums. Like we call Apsara, the Royal Ballet, and the puppet show. Well, we have many that's listed in the UNESCO. 1992. It's the biggest monument in the world. You should come to Cambodia. You see, this is a national museum. It was built 1917, actually my friend architect. His name Albert Saro. Yeah, with a local architect. It's a beautiful design. You design of the color of terracotta, which means immortal. You see the style like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's open. Yeah. But before that, the early century Cambodian also believe in Hinduism as well. So Cambodian is a multi-culture. Yeah.
There are
many people living here as well.
A lot of people from different countries, they moved to Cambodia.
Oh yes, it's more and more because Cambodia, like it's also a dream. Not only visiting, not only tourists, a dream of the archaeologists. We still have hundreds of temples haven't excavated yet because of the war. Stay in the jungle. So now we do more and more. So this is a dream of them to come for studying.
Which time during the year is the best time to visit Cambodia, or is like a
well,
like
Cambodian, we have a 2 season. We have a rainy season, which means from June to at the end of October. It's a rainy season, but not heavy rain like some other country. It's just 1 hour before we leave and stop. Yeah, and this called Friends Restaurant. Is here. It's opening. It's also they're helping the street children as well. The NGO run by NGO, non-government organization, and also to support the children, street children as well. And you see, this is our driver. Yeah, and the street is we go to local. Look at this. They called cyclo or cyclo in Cambodian. Also kind of taxi. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? You see it?
Yeah, we see. You use it as in a grab. You use it. Oh, we are going with tuk-tuk. I hope we will not lose the internet connection because sometimes it's problem. But let's see.
Sorry?
I hope that we won't lose the internet connection in tuk-tuk.
Let's hope. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yes.
Where we are going?
The tuk-tuk is very practical here to be used. So the one we have here is a very traditional one. And we are using with this company for Shell 5 certificate.
Yeah.
So all the drivers have been getting a training to these associations to be sure that, because we have a lot of problems here of child abuse, a lot of people have been abandoned and so on. So this organization is really looking into it, and they have done this child self-certified. It is why for us, for our company, we never bring clients to see a school or orphanage, because we're considering that the children are not a tourist product. Now here you have
this is called Sakondal. It's a local market. You see here, everything is here. You can find in this market. See, all the stores are open. But also many scooters, many motorbikes. To live in this city, if you are expat living for a long time, you need a motorbike to move around.
So in Phnom Penh, you have many markets. In all the arrondissement, you have a big market like this one. We will stop to one of the night markets where you can see a very traditional food and fruits they do.
Okay.
No, we go.
And on the market, you will show us the meals, the street food that we can eat, but we cannot eat it now because we are here in Europe. So we'll be jealous for sure. A lot of people from Poland and from Europe, they really love street food. It's like such a local culture, like a local cuisine, of course.
I'm going to try to put my earphone, okay?
Yeah, please try. Okej, Jacques zakłada słuchawki, żeby lepiej nas słyszeć, o czym rozmawiamy, bo faktycznie ten tuk-tuk trochę zagłusza. Teraz pewnie będzie musiał przełączyć jeszcze w aplikacji. Wiecie, powiem wam, że używanie tych aplikacji do live'ów wcale nie jest takie proste i mamy różnego rodzaju problemy, mimo że zawsze testujemy, zanim zrobimy live'a, testujemy połączenie, testujemy słuchawki, bez słuchawek, dźwięk, natomiast no, jak widać czasem to się gubi. Okay.
So can you hear me better now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we hear you.
perfect.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Okay. So you just turn here, and we're going to go to the. Hello, here we're going to arrive to the no. At the street over there, on the night market. Là, alors, just stop to explain for the. Alors, we're going to explain you here. Just few minutes. Sam, we're going to explain you something very popular for Cambodian. Sam.
Okay.
See this here? All these little houses from the bamboo, we call spirit house. This is spirit house. So Cambodian, beside the Buddhism, Hinduism, the Christianity, also they believe the animism, which means spirit religion. So this every single house at least got one this. Yeah, this is the shop. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is for the offering as well. Yeah.
How big is this market?
Chuck.
Okay. You tell him. Huh? Hello.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you. Do you hear me?
Can you hear me or not?
Yes, we hear you. Do you hear me?
I don't. Did you hear her or not? No.
Oh.
So maybe it's not so good. Can
we
you hear
hear
me or
you.
not?
Yes, I hear you.
Because I don't hear you.
It will be hard.
Oops. Alors now we're going to enter to the food market, which is open very late at night and close around midnight. Okay, so a lot of people are coming here in the evening to buy. So Sam is going to communicate.
Okay.
Okay, Did you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Do you hear me or no?
Yes, we hear you.
I don't hear you.
I know.
I don't
This is
hear
the
you.
problem. That's the
I don't
problem.
hear.
I think we need to leave the headphones.
This one. Okay. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yes,
Okay,
we hear.
perfect. I can hear you
Perfect.
very well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, this one here, look at this, the food here. Yeah, like a street food and a night market. This, yes, it's a street market here. So all day, even at night, people coming here. Now we are walking in the market, local market. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
How big
the
is the
snail.
market?
Look at this here, snail. See the snail, eel. This is the eel here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crab. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we're going the market. We walk through the market.
Okay.
The other side.
Please say what is typical cuisine for Cambodia? Do you hear me, Sam?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you.
I was asking about typical cuisine from your country.
Cambodian, the typical, we have many, but the one is popular. We call fish amok or chicken amok, like a dry curry, steaming. Yeah. And also in Cambodian, we have mango the whole year round. So the popular, we come here have a green mango salad or green mango salad with smoked fish.
Yeah.
Then the main dish we have hundreds, but the one is popular, a common one we call a lok la, beef lok la. You know the stir fry, yeah, strips tender beef. Yeah, but here because we have a great lake, the big lake. See that? So Cambodian export fish. We export fish. The Tonle Sap, the biggest lake in Southeast Asia.
Where
From
you
the fresh water.
where you export the fish? To which country?
Well, there's to the neighbors country, mostly to the neighbor because we don't have many international markets. So the neighbor like Thailand or Vietnam, they have more than Cambodian international market.
Okay.
So they are a company that's invest in Cambodia. Okay. Now we are going to catch our tuk-tuk again, and we're going to go to the colonial area.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you say in the meantime what is the best transportation inside Cambodia to travel between the cities?
From the city to the city, well, we have many buses. But the public bus only in the city. Yeah, but we have bus from the one city to other. The tourist bus, they have the taxi. Also, they have fly as well, domestic fly. So many options. We have many things to offer to tourists in Cambodia.
Okay, so the fastest,
destination, Angkor Wat, Phnom Penh, and the beaches. Sihanoukville is the white beach. Yeah, it lists in the member of the world nicest beach member. So like Koh Rong Sanlam. It's white sand, and not yet booming, no pollution yet.
Okay.
So this called French Quarter. We entering because of the war. Is some building. Were destroyed during the Khmer Rouge, but now it's coming back, restoring. So some of them beautiful. This is a former Indo-China bank during French period, and the post office over there. Okay, we get off from tuk-tuk. See, beautiful. The general post office. It's here. And some of the building not yet restored. The first hotel that was built called Hotel de la Poste. I'm going to show you. And then the name was changed called Manolis, a hotel. We are at the back of the hotel. The first hotel was built during the colonial period, but was destroyed, and now local people living inside. See that?
Oh.
Yeah. And that's
now
one.
I'm
That's
surprised.
the general police station during French Indochina. But now it's a private company bought the building. They're going to restore like a kind of boutique hotel. Okay. So this area we call the French Quarter, the main square.
Okay.
Also, the local drink, the coconut here. See the fresh coconut. It's here. You can find everywhere along the street here. Okay?
Yeah. This is what I love, the coconut.
Okay, and not expensive. It's cheap,
I know.
It's all here.
I know.
Cheap.
I know. But when we import it to Europe, here is not so cheap, and it's hard to find to drink.
On the tuk-tuk again.
Okay.
Right to a small hill. We call the 0 point. The 0 point of the kilometer.
Okay. Which places you can recommend generally?
Put closer because I cannot hear you very well.
I see. I was asking which places you can recommend for like 2 weeks travel.
2 weeks travel. Phnom Penh a couple days, and then Angkor Wat.
Chyba nam ucięło internet. Pewnie chodzi o Angkor Wat. Oh, we
So
don't.
you can
We
spell
did.
weeks Angkor Wat
We,
because we have thousands of temples and all.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Is under, you see the road, not really good.
yeah, we didn't hear almost anything because.
Wait. I'm arriving
Okay.
to the Vietnam. And then after we won't get the noise of the tuk-tuk.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes it happens when we are doing the roads. It's like you change your places very fast, and this is why the internet lost.
Hello. So, what was your question for the holidays, right?
Yes, for 2 weeks holidays. We heard that Angkor Wat, and it was after that the internet cut, so we didn't hear anything else after that.
Okay. So, you have to see, most of the people today are coming to Cambodia as an extension of their trips to Thailand or to Vietnam. And most of them only stay in Siem Reap, where to see the temple of Angkor, which is not really, really good. Alors, you have to know for Angkor Wat, as Sam says, you have hundreds of temples, but you have 3 types of tickets. You have a ticket for 1 day, you have a ticket for 3 days to be used on the 1 week, and you have a ticket for 7 days to be used over a month. Usually we sell the 3 days ticket in order to see the major temple. So I would say that in Angkor you have to spend around 4 to 5 nights, because after you can go on the lake. There is many activities and experience to be done around Angkor in the countryside, which is very, very nice. After, depends what kind of trips you have and where you arrive, but Phnom Penh is definitely a city to be seen. Today we have shown you the Phnom Penh of the past, but as I mentioned to you and tried to show you, there have been a completely change on the road, on the building, and so on. So to understand today the cultures of Cambodia, you have to be in Phnom Penh, and especially because also you have the museum for the genocide, S21, which is very difficult to go because the genocide museum, it was the school where the Khmer Rouge were bringing all the people over there. Some of them have been killed there and so on. Okay, so it's very dense museum, but it's really part of the history of Phnom Penh. After, depending on the times, so you can go up to the area of the Mekong where we saw, on the area of Kratie, where you have beautiful sceneries with on the Mekong with a lot of wooden house traditional. And then after, usually you will finish in the soft part of Cambodia on the island, which are for the moment slowly developed. Okay, so it's not like Phuket or even Vietnam, but it's very, very pleasant because you have very few tourists, and the beach are amazing. You have in the Koh Rong, one of the islands, you have a beach of 7 kilometers of purely white sand. And then after, you have another area close to the Vietnam, where you have the cities of Kampot and Kep. And Kampot is where they produce the paper. The paper is one of the most famous paper in the world. Sam will just describe you quickly about where we are, Vietnam, which is the beginning of the history of Phnom Penh.
Yeah, so a Buddhist temple, you can see. Let me put it like this. Maybe you can see. Okay, here.
Yeah, we see.
The 0 point of the city. Okay, so the people come to pray. So also have many stupas around, which means the stupa to keep the cremated ashes of the former king. And you see the entrance decorated with we call naga, like a multi-head. It looks like a cobra, but we call naga. It looks like a snake. It's different to the Chinese. Yeah. So called Phnom Penh, which means the hill of Lady Pen. she's the founder of the hill.
Mhm.
So Phnom Penh is a flat city. So once was flooded, so the king encouraged the people to build a hill, And the legend that the Lady Pen, she found a big tree was floating in the river, and inside the tree, the big log, they found the 4 statues of Buddha, the bronze statue, and 1 stone statue of the Hindu god. So there's this house inside the temple. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, we go to more places. So we're going to get on our tuk-tuk again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam, at the beginning you said that in Cambodia you have a lot of festivals during the year. So which time of the year there are a lot of them that we should choose this time for travel to your country?
November, December, and January. From November until February, that's the best time. We call the coolest time.
Mhm.
Well, it's coolest, which means for Cambodian between 21 to 26 degree. That's December and to February.
Mhm.
And the rest between 26 to 35. Well, it's a bit hot, but hot and steamy, let's say this way, but it's not, if you don't like a freezing, snowy winter, so Cambodia, you're going to love Cambodia.
Mhm. And okay, you said about the weather. What about the festivals? Some festivals.
Festival, we have the water festival, we have the Independence Day. Each festival have firework. The 9th of November we're going to have. And also we have we call Pyomban, which means ancestral day, 15 days. And any day during the 15 days, you can do the temple, you see the activity of the local people.
And when it is, during which month?
That's in September. In September.
Okay.
Sorry, we passed this another area, but want to explain you beside the festival that
Okay.
U.S. Embassy and this some hotel, the Sunway Hotel, and further over there, that's the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. Yeah, the former of the cathedral, during the French period. And this one, you see this one? That's called Watana building, the Rosewood Hotel, and the top is the Sky Bar. Yeah, the 5-star hotel. So it seems because of the more and more developing, so more skyscraper is going on. So it's a mix, the colonial building and the modern building, and during we call the heyday of Cambodia between 1950 to 1970. One Molivan architect.
Okay.
Yeah, we will reach to the hotel Le Royal, the Raffle, at the colonial building. It's a hotel, so many famous people that stay in this hotel, like Jacqueline Kennedy, Queen Elizabeth, and the film star like what you call is I have many film stars. I'm sorry. Stay here, and also the former president of the United States. Yeah, used to stay here as well. Not the current president. Obama used to stay here as well. Yeah. So more than 100 rooms. Have the suite room as well. Okay.
Yeah, Raffles is a really good brand in whole world, I can say it.
Okay, we're going to enter this hotel. You see that? Yeah.
Okay, so it will be where we will more or less end up because there is, sorry, they take the
temperature.
And then after is a very famous bar, Elephant Bar, where a lot of expatriates is going to have drinks at that time. So Sam and myself, We're going to enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Really, now you want to make us more jealous. You have nice weather. You are, I can say, free of coronavirus. Everything is open, and now you are going to the nice bar for a drink, and we
Yes,
will
of
watch it.
course.
Thank you, really. You will send this to us with these birds to Poland, okay?
So, if you have any questions, it's more quiet here.
Yeah. Yes, I wanted to ask you also about the trip with children. Would you recommend the same places as you recommend before for like 2 weeks travel, or you will propose the parents different one?
For the children. Alors, for the children, we have done some specific programs, and especially for Siem Reap, because there is many activities for children. There is a circus called Far Circus, which is done by some artists like Far Park. So it was people from during the times of the Khmer Rouge, they were in the camp in Thailand, and then after they moved back to Cambodia. So lots of them are
Very talented,
and they are very talented. And then after you have biking tours. I mean, we really have a programs for the kids in Cambodia. After, I will recommend it because the Cambodia is so authentic. So for children, okay, the travel conditions are pretty good. The hotels where you will be there, it's also nice, and the food also. So I'm sure they will enjoy it a lot to be in a province like Kratie, where you can see the dolphin, is the only dolphin of the rivers. And then after, of course, at the beach destination. So Cambodia is really also, we have a lot of families traveling. And we have specific programs for the families.
So this is the country for everybody?
Yes, definitely, for everyone.
And what you can propose like for a 5 days incentive trips for the companies?
Alors, for the incentives, usually I mean, okay, depend on the trip, but we have to, I would say it's more than 5 days because usually we sell it Siem Reap, and now we sell it the islands. Okay, on the islands you're having nice properties of 4 and 5 star. The only major differences is that on the island you have only the hotels. Means there is no outside bar, restaurant, mall, and so on. So it's really to be there and to stay in the hotels, enjoy the facilities of the hotels. But at the evening times, they will have to stay in the hotel. So some of the companies don't really like it. So usually we propose mainly Siem Reap over 4 to 5 days, no problem to organize it. And with not necessary to have every day a visit of the temple. We can manage to have just half a day's visit of the temple, and the next afternoon they go on the lake, they can go on the rice field. We have many activities, team building activities that we can propose. So Siem Reap is really a perfect destination for incentives.
Okay, great. I am checking if we have some question on chat more. One of the audience was asking about the VAT. I'm not sure if I will read it well. Wat on-linowym.
Oh yeah. Wat on-linowym is where the Buddhist patriarch lives. It's one of the historical place as well, and also have one temple that's built in the 13th century, just behind the main vihara, the main hall that for praying. So we didn't pass to Wat on-linowym. So more than
Okay.
more than 500 Buddhist monks stay there.
Is it
also popular for people do the monk blessing, a kind of a spiritual blessing, a part of the Buddhist culture.
Is it close to the city center or the place where you were?
Center, actually along the river, because along the promenade.
In fact, we forget to mention to you because we just passed by, but by the back. So when we take the tuk-tuk, and before the market, this on the right side was the back of the Wat on-linowym. But we forget to mention to you, sorry.
No problem. You know, we are already 1 hour after in our meeting. So if you would like to mention about something else, you are free. If not,
Okay.
we can end our live stream, and you can enjoy your drink in Raffles.
Yes, we will, for sure. No, I think maybe the major message I would like to pass is that Cambodia can be sold as a destination and not as an extension. So you can see in Vietnam or in Thailand and so on. So for us, the goal with our company All Dreams is to sell the destinations and not to sell the extensions. And it's very difficult because we have some American clients, for example, and they only come to Siem Reap. They don't come to Phnom Penh, they don't come to the provinces and so on. So for us, it's really the goal of the company to sell Cambodia as one destination.
Yeah.
And now with the Codiv and so on, I think it will be easier to sell because it's much more safe to come to Cambodia than to go to other places.
Yeah, that's true. So now you need to manage for us the tourist visa, and we will come.
Okay, super. I mean, unfortunately, we don't see anything before mid of next year. Depends if they found a vaccine or not. So it's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
But the very important point, and thanks to have noticed me, today to go to visit the temple is a dream. No tourist. You're almost alone. But even when the border will be slowly reopened, there will be still a very low level of tourists. So it is what I say to all my clients, when the border will be open, it will be the time to visit Angkor Wat because it will be less tourists than before, and it's really completely changed the visions of the temples. Just to give you an idea, is before in 2019, on the site of Angkor Wat, they had 3 million visitors, okay? But from these 3 million visitors, you have 1.5 million Chinese. So it's where it makes really the differences. For the moment, the Chinese did not really come back. And if they come back, they will come back very slowly, like all the... So as soon as the border is open, it's really the time to come to visit it. And we will be more welcome.
You definitely convinced me. I mean, when the borders will be open, I will buy my flight ticket and fly.
Yes, sure.
Welcome all the time.
Because it will be not crowded like before, and you will see it will be amazing. So I went there, and then I was only 10 people in the temple, which is a huge area, you know. So
I cannot believe 10 people in. You mean Angkor Wat or a different temple?
No, in Angkor Wat.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot.
Because it was on the weekdays, not during the public holidays and so on. So it was mainly foreigners and no Cambodian. So we were only around 10 there. Really, wow. So come back soon.
Amazing. Yeah, come back soon when the borders will open. Yeah, we definitely need to go there. Okay, man. Jack, Sam, thank you very much for this meeting. Thank you very much for this virtual trip inside your city and show us a lot of things and told us about a lot of information.
In Khmer called
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for joining to our project as well. And we see in Cambodia.
Okay, thanks a lot, Elvira, to promote the destinations. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
And have a nice drink.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Kochani, mam nadzieję, że podobała Wam się wirtualna podróż po Kambodży, że dowiedzieliście się sporo ciekawych informacji, że będzie to kraj, do którego wybierzecie się jak tylko granice zostaną otwarte, bo tak jak słyszeliście, jak Jacques ostatnio był w Angkor Wat, było 10 osób, co w ogóle jest dla mnie nie do uwierzenia, ponieważ no jak wiecie, to jest ogromny kompleks świątyń, no i bardzo popularny też, tak, czyli masę turystów tak naprawdę każdego dnia tam przybywa. Także jak tylko otworzą granice, a w zasadzie tak jak powiedział, granice są otwarte, jak tylko nam umożliwią aplikację o turystyczną wizę, serdecznie zapraszam Was do odwiedzenia Kambodży, gdyż to będzie czas, żeby samotnie zwiedzać Angkor Wat, czyli mieć taką prywatną wycieczkę po tym kompleksie, po tym niesamowitym kompleksie świątyń. Bardzo Wam dziękuję za udział w kolejnych wirtualnych podróżach. Zapraszam już teraz oczywiście Was na kolejne wydarzenie, które jak zwykle niedługo opublikujemy na naszym fanpage'u, wskazując Wam kierunek i datę. Do zobaczenia. Miłego dnia Wam życzę.